It is January 21st, and I'm with B.B.B.B, Daniel G.
Hey, Ro.
What's up, dude? This is the next episode of the next segment of Baby Brother Beatdown Breakdown. We just got finished watching UFC 220, Stipe versus Ngannou, and also we kind of tuned in whenever we could with Bellator 192. That was a fucking... I kind of wish that we had an opportunity to watch the Bellator fights a little bit more. In all honesty.
What is that thing that David has that he can watch several things at once? Oh, that's for NFL, right?
Yeah, he has NFL Red Zone.
Dude, the UFC or MMA people in general should figure that out.
Yeah, because UFC Fight Pass is pretty fucking cool. Like
it's awesome.
It's like the Netflix of MMA.
Yeah, well, UFC, pretty much.
But
everything not Bellator. Almost, because
UFC.
Yeah.
But anyhow, fucking A, let's go ahead and start off with the first bout. Did you want to talk about Bellator first or the UFC?
We can do the co-main and main for Bellator.
Cool. Well, fucking A, dude. That was a fight that we missed, unfortunately.
I'm surprised on the I'm not surprised, but Rory McDonald and Douglas Lima, that there was like a true toss-up. Like, anyone, if they're gonna rematch, there's another 50-50 chance of like the title going back to Douglas. Like, it was such a close fight.
You really think so,
dude?
See, I had picked McDonald, and I thought he was gonna outclass him. I thought he was gonna grapple. I didn't think he was gonna go for as many takedowns, but I thought he was gonna have every opportunity to implement his game plan on the ground. If that makes any sense. Just because Lima has always been such a heavy striker, he has been doing some. He has been shown to be doing some grappling, but I just thought he was going to outclass him on the ground, and fucking A, McDonald got his
Did you see his leg?
His left fucking leg was pregnant, man.
Dude.
It was insane.
Twins.
Yeah.
Dude, it was awful.
And fucking A, dude, is from Lima's leg kicks. He started off from the very beginning, teeing off on his front leg. And
yeah, smart.
Right from the very get-go, I was like, holy shit! I thought Lima was gonna, if that kept up, and after he did that probably 2 or 3 times in the first round, but then I think it was the late third round.
Yeah,
it was in the third round. He fucking chopped his leg down to where he hit the ground, and Lima. It was in the fourth round, I think. Lima got on top in full mount. Like, we were like, oh, shit, he can fucking finish this. And he ended up, McDonald just outclassed. He managed to go from full guard and taking shots to half guard to full guard to standing back up. He overcame some real adversity in that fight.
No doubt.
Like it was good in that aspect, but based off of who he's fucking fought too, especially that notorious.
Everyone, dude. He's fought the who's who.
The notorious, just like testosterone filled to the max fight with Robbie Lawler.
Yeah,
Jesus, dude.
Legendary.
The bloody stare down in the center of the octagon, dude.
Yeah.
That forever will give me just a little bit chubby.
Yeah.
But anywho, he just outclassed him, and he won by unanimous decision. I thought it was really good.
Win. By no means am I saying that he shouldn't have won. Like, definitely, anyone could have taken it, and I think he did show enough to get the win. But the rematch would be insane.
Dude, yeah, absolutely. He would need to heal up, though. And
yeah.
And the crazy thing is, dude, that last leg kick, when he chopped him down, he tried checking it, and it just you could tell, with the wince, and he just fucking,
dude, yeah,
it is brutal, because in my experience, dude, unless you can really kind of build up that calcification on your shin bones, man, it's a rough time at first. It really is.
Yeah, seems like it.
Even sometimes my shins would get a little,
And I'm sure Douglas's legs were fucking hurting so bad from kicking him.
Maybe, but dude, there's a point where you deaden the nerves in the front if you do it long enough. Like those true Muay Thai fighters in Thailand, as children they start kicking tires, and by the end of it they're chopping down banana trees by the time they're teenagers. It's like a hunting tactic. They see a monkey in a tree they want to chop down. They just fucking instead of shooting it, they just chop it down with their legs.
I know, and I freaking get shinned on my bed frame, and I want to get teary eyed. I was like, oh my god, that hurts so bad.
But fucking A, dude, that's stepping on anything, dude. I used to have fucking Afghani feet and just running through sticks and stones as a kid, but now if I step on anything, dude, fucking
anything.
Like a Lego. I want to call into work. But anyways, then you had the main event, Chael Sonnen versus Quentin Rampage Jackson. They're in a heavyweight tournament right now. And I think it's like the first round of the 3 rounds until the finals, if I'm not mistaken. Heavyweights. It's really, I mean, it's really entertaining, and they have these episodes that I have on YouTube. Am I right?
Yeah, it's pretty much like if you ever seen like a UFC embedded, it's the same thing.
And fucking A, man. It's just it's Chael Sonnen. I knew he was a good trash talker, but I never really appreciated the art of trash talking until probably about a year ago.
He's a smart dude.
He's very intelligent. He has a podcast, and if you want like a good, solid opinion about any fighter, really, and you find one of his videos, like he's pretty informational.
Yeah.
But anyways, he is also fighting, and I had him winning by decision originally, and reason being is because Quentin Rampage Jackson, with him doing films like the A-Team and shit like that, as cool as they are, like he didn't he's thicker than a Snicker, dude. He came in like thick.
Yeah.
And he weighed in, I think, like 263 or some shit like that.
It's big.
Chael came in at 226, and he wanted to...
That was 222.
Oh, 222 or something like that. And he wanted to be 214.
I know, but that's what got me worried about it. That's why I didn't think Chael's going to win. Because
just his dedication. He was talking about how, like, he doesn't really enjoy it anymore.
He's just disciplined.
Times, he's disciplined as fuck.
Yeah.
And he has a task at hand. And I respect that.
Yeah, I mean, he's real.
I respect it.
But, I mean, he said he was going to come over. He wasn't going to weigh in over 220, and he did. I was like, ooh, I mean... That might show something.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same, and it's funny too. I just really think that Quentin was that out of shape. I mean, not necessarily out of shape.
Look that out of shape.
No, I'm just saying, like, he used to fight at 205, and he looked good. He looked really good, and but I mean,
he's older a little bit.
Yeah, he is older. I mean, they both are coming of age, and it's harder to lose a little bit more fat whenever you get to that age. You just metabolize shit a little bit differently, but I mean, I didn't really see. I mainly saw highlights of that one, and from what I saw, Chael just really implemented his wrestling. He did get tagged a couple times like we expected, but
and Rampage he took Chael down one, so it was like a throw.
Yeah, they had this bet. I don't know how. Like we were talking earlier.
Oh yeah, it was $10,000 per takedown.
Yeah, they were talking 10 G's per takedown.
But Chael didn't bet anything, so I don't know if it.
I don't know.
He should have bet like what $20,000 for a knockout.
Right there you go. That would have
been cool.
Yeah, that would have been a good deal. I don't know, man. Maybe down the road, they probably won't fight again.
No,
they're dunzos.
Yeah.
But anyways, so that was he ended up winning by decision. I can't remember if it was unanimous or not.
I don't remember.
We'll have to look it up. But so that was a cool card to watch, and that was free on Paramount. Now they bought Spike. And puppies.
Paramount Network.
Yeah, and so y'all could have watched that for free.
Yeah, same channel, same everything. It's just different name.
Yep. And we watched. We went in and got the pay-per-view.
UFC.
For UFC 220, and I have been waiting for this ever since Ngannou knocked out Alistair Overeem, and we went into that plenty last podcast, last Baby Brother Beatdown Breakdown. So if y'all know about that fight, just check out the last episode. But anyways, we watched DC Daniel Cormier versus
Volkan Ozdemir.
Yeah, dude, and
that was
that one.
Expected.
We even in the last podcast we said he's gonna ragdoll him, and I mean Volkan came out the way he needed to in order to face him. He came out striking hard and fast from the very beginning, but DC withered the punches. He did, yeah. Like he caught him, and he got us kind of like. A little nervous, man. It was like fuck.
Yeah, first like minute or so.
Because of course every striker, especially at that caliber. I mean, say what you want. The thing about Volkan is he was unranked 6 months ago.
And he's done. He only has like, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes in the octagon total.
Yeah,
even that.
He's just been murking folks in the first and second rounds.
Not even that. Like literally, like first 2 minutes of the first round, each of his fights.
Yeah, and then it was hard not to really, for them not to have this fight. But, but DC...
It's just a different game, different
because
level.
DC rolls every day with Cain Velasquez and Khabib. We go into that the last podcast, too. And
he's fought really tall guys before.
Like John Jones. I mean, granted...
Gustafsson, too.
Yeah.
Stefan Struve.
And the thing about DC is he was heavyweight and went 13-0, then went to light heavyweight, and now he's just the only person he's beaten is John Jones.
Yeah.
You know? And then that's
he's been beaten by is John Jones.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, and so this is kind of like a really big point and tack onto his legacy.
Yeah, I don't know what's next for him though. I mean,
we don't really know. I mean, I don't think he'll last 2018. I think he'll retire at the end of 2018 or 2019.
Yeah, and I think the weight cuts are starting to get harder for him.
Yeah, he was complaining about it.
He always weighs in with the towel completely naked. He can never make it while wearing shorts.
But he already also said he does not want to fight Ngannou. He does not want to fight.
No,
Stipe.
yeah, and that's stupid. So
why would he want to fight Kane, his teammate?
That would not work. And I think he's really good at UFC commentating. So
yeah,
I think
he'll always have a job, and so fuck yeah. But anyways,
there's nothing else to prove. Like, yes, John Jones is the only guy that can beat you. It's like, so.
But
what?
at the same,
he's the only guy that can beat probably anyone.
Yeah, if he can stay fucking.
Maybe
clean.
not. Well, maybe Ngannou too. Who knows?
I mean,
what about Jones Ngannou? How would that?
Dude, I mean, we'd see something similar today, just more active. I don't think Jones would. It would be harder for Jones to get caught.
I think Jones would be more likely to piece Ngannou up versus take him down.
I completely agree.
So,
I think he would just stay on the outside,
yeah,
slip,
quick as shit,
fade, and just fucking
pick
him apart.
Yeah.
But anyways, we got kind of off track for a second. Fucking Ozdemir came out swinging, headhunting, and he caught he caught DC a couple times, but DC just he managed to start getting takedowns, kind of getting the underhooks on him, and able to wear him out just a little bit, to where I mean he clearly had to slow down at the end of the first round because he knew he would gas himself at that pace.
Yeah,
he was betting on knocking him out within that first minute and a half. Just
he's like fuck, and I mean I feel it's weird. Like DC is so much shorter than everyone else in the division. I don't know how he's so good at fighting such
I think it's because
taller people.
I think it's because if you look at every other heavyweight in the division, they're taller than him. So they're used to headhunting at a certain height. He can get those high altitude ranged punches.
Yeah, he's a great boxer.
And he can sink them in real quick and not really do a lot of damage necessarily, but stun the fuck out of them. And then he just wears them out, and then it just.
And then he takes him down, chokes him out.
Exactly, takes him down, chokes him out, and. DC just took his time. You could tell
he rocked Ozdemir like
towards the
3 times maybe.
In the second round, DC came out and he just started like fucking destroying his nose, just picking him apart with jabs and just sinking in.
Took him to class on a Saturday.
Yeah,
it's
dude.
Fucked up.
Like went to church on a
Sunday morning,
and then went back Monday morning for seconds. Had some extra praying to do. Yeah. But anyways,
had some extra sinning too.
And then he ended up getting a crucifix on him, and he was working. He was tapping the face, stuff like that.
Did he? Was it?
He caught Ozdemir in a crucifix.
But that was a TKO.
It was.
Oh,
but a crucifix isn't a submission.
It's a position.
It's a hold. Like it's whenever.
Right. So when you just have your legs and their arms,
and you can either isolate them, whatever arm you have,
or
for
their legs
like a
and
Kimura or an Americana, or you can work to get to full mount, or you can just fucking tap his face until like there's nothing. I feel.
Does that even do a lot of damage, or is it just
not
dominance?
It's just dominance.
It's like fuck.
It was efficient of him because I mean it really you gotta respect him for that because he didn't try to murk his fucking face off when he clearly knew he had this shit in the bag. He just tapped him for like a round and a half, looked for the guillotine because that's what he called. He called guillotine second round, and then he just realized, look, he can't do shit, and like I've been tapping him away for like almost a minute at this point.
Good on DC. But there's a lot of other fighters that would have fucking tried to kill his.
He saw no point. He's on his way out. He knew he won, and he has nothing else to prove. Dude.
Yeah,
he really has nothing. So he's just like, I'm not gonna fucking
fuck up this guy's career just because I want to be.
Exactly. That's what I would like to think he feels. But anyways, DC won, and good on him. Like I'm really happy.
Dominance the entire time.
Absolutely. Water break.
Mm-hmm. Oh God.
Slurp. That's what I go for. Just
the stash.
Vulgar as fuck. Yeah,
ice cubes stuck in the stash.
I carry like a quart of water in the bristles of my stash.
And you just squeeze it out every time you're thirsty, like a ShamWow.
Fuck yeah, I sweep the streets of Austin clean.
You, some dirty streets you're sweeping. For I caught a thing or two.
Any whore. Stipe Ngannou, dude. I had this is the only prediction I had wrong of the night. Good on you, dude. Congrats on beating me on this main event.
Yes,
You had
I had
Stipe.
faith in I had faith in Stipe.
You can't say you didn't second guess yourself.
Dude, he almost got caught. I was like, no. He almost got caught several times.
Yeah, in the first round, it was just like Ngannou came at such a ferocious pace. I was like, oh.
And once in like the fourth or something, the third or fourth.
Dude, he wait. I mean,
it had me worried.
At the very end of the fight, he rested long enough to where he was able to try and throw a flying knee. That was impressive. Dude, what if he just caught him with that and Stipe just dominated for so long and then just caught a flying knee real quick? Something spectacular that Ngannou's never done. And just...
that would have been...
no.
That would have been terrible.
But anyways,
well, I mean, they've been awesome, but terrible at the same time.
Stipe Miocic wins. I predicted Ngannou knocking him out in the second. I thought that there are a lot of questions that need to be answered with this one. Ngannou's been murking folks and ending their lives so soon in the fights that we have no idea if he has cardio, no idea if he has a ground game. We got to see Overeem kind of put him up against the cage in the first round, but he just shrugged him off like a 3-year-old kid trying to wrestle his pop. You know? Just like, no,
or
son.
a bear. But but I think that this is really big in a negative way for Francis because now they know the exact recipe to basically fuck him
I
up.
think Alistair wanted to do something kind of similar.
Yeah, I mean, there's no one like a Stipe.
No one's got a chance, and no one has a...
Stipe could be the only guy that could do it, but now like they know like, okay, he has no car. Dude, he was gassed in the first round. Like,
both of them were pretty fucking tired. But granted,
Stipe was less
tired for sure. But
he wasn't gassed.
Ngannou, by the end of the first round, clearly
like,
declined.
fuck.
You saw his hands are down by his chest,
dude.
and like his mouth was wide open.
Did you see Brendan Schaub's post? He's like, do they have treadmills and a wrestling coach at the UFC Institute?
I can see him saying it that way too. Like, come on, bro.
I was kind of I was disappointed. I was like, really?
I was shocked. I mean, I put my bottom dollar on the possibility that he had some stamina. I thought with him training at the UFC facility for so long, and
having that fucking
I thought they would have dissected him and just said, hey, look, you need to work on some fucking cardio. But dude, the day before when I saw the pay-per-view commercial, I saw him running on a treadmill briefly, and he looked clumsy and big. I was like, ooh, that's not good. That's not good.
Like, dude, running for the first time.
I saw him running for the first time, but anyways, he came out fucking. It was anyone's fight within the first 2 minutes of the first round. It went back and forth very well. It was very exciting, and then Stipe started getting takedowns and just wearing him out. But
Stipe had good head movement when he needed to, when he's up against the cage and stuff like that.
That was a big question too. Because Stipe moves very in and out, but you don't really see him working the side to side motion too much with his boxing. He hasn't really needed to, but that's also probably why he got tagged so much against
Dos Anjos.
Yeah, Dos Anjos. Sorry. So that was a big question on my end, and I thought that it was more likely for Ngannou to catch him, assuming that he had better stamina in those 25 minutes. He had a better chance of doing that more than Stipe doing exactly what he did longer. I took that bet, and that's why I chose Ngannou. Either way, dude, it was a treat to watch either of them win. Really, because Stipe defended the heavyweight title 3 times in a row, which is now a record. Yeah, he broke the record. No one could do it for so long. No one ever did it. And
so he's won a total of 4 title fights.
4 title fights, with 3 defenses.
And all of them knockout, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
To my understanding.
First round.
Well, except for this one.
Except for this one.
This one was won by decision. And dude, I know, dude, it was just. The thing about this, if I had a low point in this fight is, I know that Stipe wants his belt, and I know that he would, he was smart by not making any stupid decisions, because in the end of the third round, Ngannou was throwing so slow and telegraphing all of his punches, but he managed just to catch one hook. I think it was a right hook, and stunned Stipe. Dude, my butthole puckered. Dude, I was just like,
a little chocolate chip inside of it.
Dude, I was like, what the fuck? And I thought, holy shit, dude. And I thought that might have been it. just for a split second, because he found a second wind, and then the round ended.
Like a second breath.
Pretty much, yeah. That's a better way of putting it. And then fourth round, Stipe got a hold of him and just took him down, and he wasn't dominating. He was dominating on positioning in the ground. It looked like a wrestling tournament. It really did. And But that I respect that. But
that's a lot of fucking dude to hold down.
Because that's he came in at 266? 263. And then Stipe came in at 243. Or was it 246? Something like that. And
it was 243.
But so, needless to say, early on, I was very disappointed into seeing how out of shape, not out of shape, but like lack of cardio with Ngannou. And the thing is, Stipe did dominate him on the ground, but he wasn't throwing a lot of significant strides because he was tired too. Because
he was,
like you said,
it's a hard dude to hold down.
Exactly. That's a whole lot of chocolate.
It's like holding down a bear.
Like y'all see Khabib ride him out on his next fight. That'd be awesome.
Saddle.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be crazy.
Anyhow, sorry, water break.
Slurping again, motherfucker. All right. Oh God, you're disgusting.
That's gonna be a thing.
No, it's not. Please don't make it. Please.
I do this for 10 years and fucking this a compilation of every single
one of your viewers that you're ever gonna have. Like the second they hear you start drinking water, they're gonna be like, "Nope, sorry."
Well, that's how I like Ngannou sips tea. Or he's from France. Maybe coffee or espresso
or tea. Who knows?
Anyways,
people drink tea in France. Why not? Anyways, to go back on the Chael thing, now that he's won, I'm excited to see what he's gonna do in the tournament. But honestly, it's
I don't see him winning the whole thing.
No, he's so small compared to everyone else. He is.
He really has a radio voice about himself. Like he really.
He just likes the hype.
Yeah, he's the
awesome,
perfect athlete.
Like,
he can be his own.
He's
manager.
down to fight. Don't get me wrong, but like
he's a bad motherfucker.
But like everyone in the tournament, I'm just like, oh man, especially like another wrestler. Well, I don't know. How do you think that would go? Do you think he'd be?
I don't
that'd
know.
Be his advantage.
A good wrestler?
Like, yeah.
Rampage isn't really.
No, not like Rampage.
I'm just saying, like, I think Frank Mir would pick him apart on the ground.
How big is Frank Mir?
He wrestled Brock like 2 or 3 times. I can't remember.
How tall is it? Do you know?
I don't know. I don't really know exactly.
Chael's not a big dude. You know?
I mean,
just compared to everyone else.
He's one of those guys that utilizes his strengths very well. And,
yeah, he knows what he does.
He plays the mental game the best in the division.
He's like, I mean,
but passively,
yeah,
you know,
he's
like,
awesome, dude. I love Chael.
He can be the promoter, producer, fighter, commentator.
Yeah, I wonder if this is gonna be it after he loses, though. You know, I don't see. I mean, he doesn't. He said that he doesn't really like.
Frank Mir is 6'3".
Oh man.
Yeah, he's a big fucker, and I just think that on the ground he would pick him apart, dude. Not.
What about and on the feet? I mean, Chael has good technique, but it's not anything like.
I just don't think he can knock him out. Well, I mean, I don't know if he has a knockout power, dude.
Frank Mir does.
Yeah,
he can easily knock. Chael out.
But we're talking about Chael winning, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he could.
I think Frank Mir would get him. I mean, even questionably, if Big Country gets a little bit better as wrestling, you know, and I think he can knock him out in the first.
Who do you think is Chael's best matchup in that heavyweight tournament?
I need to look and see.
It's like Ryan Bader, Frank Mir, King Mo.
I want to see King Mo fight.
Roy Nelson.
Honestly, probably Roy. I mean, just because not necessarily beat him at his own game, but like I just think Roy in general. I think
lazy.
He would have a better chance of doing the same exact thing he did to Rampage with Roy more than anyone else.
Yeah,
because that's the only way I see him winning.
That's
in
true.
all honesty.
I agree.
So
I think his toughest match would be like Frank Mir or something.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
I don't see him winning against Frank Mir.
That's a tough walk in the park, dude. That's like you going down to that rapey side of the park, and you see Frank Mir just like eating a candy bar looking at you.
Oh man, yeah, I don't know, dude. Like it's gonna be exciting to see how it goes. And I don't know, how do you feel about them changing the main event on them?
I don't know. I thought that
they went with co-main events.
I thought that would have been a great co-main event. I thought that would have, because the thing is that the McDonald fight with Lima was originally the main event.
The best fucking title fight Bellator has ever had.
Yeah, really. Exactly. I think so. I mean, McDonald had to be carried out of the octagon to the EMS truck.
Yeah.
To the ambulance and crazy. But anyways, so that got bumped to the co-main event because of the tournament thing with the heavyweights and stuff like that. But see, the problem with that is you have two older guys. You're not going to see them in their prime.
Yeah,
and they've already made a big name for themselves. It's kind of like a celebrity fight in a way.
Yeah.
Not exactly, but
give the guys that are up and coming. They're not even up and coming, but deserve their due.
Let them fucking build their names a little bit. It's gonna do nothing but help.
And they went with the word co-main events, but that's stupid, And yeah, I mean, and they clearly fucked up because they released the fucking the title fight, like the main event as, the title fight as the main event,
Yeah,
like a long time ago.
They kind of like tripping over their own shoelaces.
Like they already said it was gonna be. This card is the Douglas Lima, Rory McDonald. Oh shit! Sorry. Rory McDonald.
This table is kind of like a percussion instrument, like David put it. So
very thin.
But
yeah. So they said that was gonna be the main event already a long time ago. God damn it, dude. And yeah, and so they fucked up and they changed it last minute. I'm like, why? Like, and they said because they wanted to do all the heavyweight tournament. They wanted to do throughout the year that be the main event every card or whatever, or every other card or whatever. And so, I don't know. They do, like that'd be a good co-main event every other card. They should have just gone with that or something like.
Yeah, I think
they're putting too much on this heavyweight tournament. Like
it's probably because they're their highest paid fighters.
Yeah,
it's probably a big reason why. They want to. I don't know. I'm by no means I work in the business office, but yeah, my dude, that was good set of fights for sure. So we got one fan question.
Nice. What's the question?
Yeah, we got one fan question.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I've sent out an Instagram post, kind of asking everyone to ask some questions and shit like that, and I got one. And
if it's a shitty question, it'd be like.
I mean, I think it's a cool one. Let me fucking.
Oh, okay. I think I remember this one.
Yeah, 1 second. Fucking.
Who asked it?
Slaying Sam 08. And she basically. I know the support, dude. And the question was, what would your what is your upcoming like dream fight? What would you what's kind of a dream fight that you'd want to see? And we can take that in multiple contexts.
Like different directions with that.
Yeah, like an unrealistic version. Like if we can get like any pound for pound weight or any weight, I don't know, like some sort of machine that shrinks down.
Any prime. Like a for prime, like no matter what time period.
Exactly, like
or it has to be
even like
class.
even like size too. Like say like dream fight, like Mighty Mouse versus Ngannou.
Oh wait, why?
I mean, I just don't really know how to answer the question exactly how they're putting it, but
yeah.
I took it kind of like realistic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And right now, I mean, it's really quick and it seems kind of like go-to for me, but I want to see Kane versus Stipe. I really, really think that, and I think it can happen too within the end of the year probably.
That's gonna be a great fight.
Because Stipe is the only fighter right now in that division that could really do what he did to Ngannou, or at least that like was successful at it so far at this point.
Yeah.
And I just think that Kane would do it with a little bit more ferocity. I really do, because he has the one thing that I think that's the difference between their wrestling is that one, Kane's a little bit better of a wrestler for one, and two, he has the best cardio in the division, hands down, like no questions asked. He drowns people with his pace.
Yeah.
And I really think that would combat Stipe very well, but Stipe can fucking like, I mean, you saw like he can zing him in there, and they both have knockout power.
Yeah.
It's just,
I think Kane would probably take that.
I think so. If Kane's out on back injury, and he's been gone for clearly over a year.
A long time.
It's been quite a bit. And
is he gonna come back the same though after that back injury?
Exactly. That's the main question. Those are the big questions that I'm asking, because Kane is just so dominant, and I think he would have the pace. I really do think his cardio wouldn't have really been affected. It's just how's his chin and how's his grappling now, Has he been getting stronger, or has he kind of
Yeah.
wilted in the recovery of his
But
back
Kane
surgery?
isn't that physical specimen that Ngannou is, so I think Stipe has the knockout power to knock out Kane.
Oh, no doubt. Now, I'm saying, like, to wrestle Kane.
Oh.
But see, that's just the thing, too. Kane, I just think, I don't know. Kane clearly has the upper hand with wrestling, even though Ngannou, Stipe did it really well against Ngannou last night.
Would I say clearly have the advantage, or you think has the advantage?
I think clearly has the advantage, but okay, to be fair, I think he clearly has the advantage on wrestling, but he won't ragdoll him the way DC did Ozdemir. I think it's going to be competitive, and a scramble could do a lot, but I think that if Kane ends up on top, Stipe is fucked.
I don't know. Well, I could agree with that. Like, it can go either way, but I think that. Like, this is the first time we saw Stipe's wrestling really ever, and it was against Francis Ngannou. So do you think you're underestimating his wrestling just a little bit?
I think Francis Ngannou didn't know what the fuck.
But regardless, it's Francis Ngannou, that huge
for the aspect of getting for the aspect of keeping a lot of strength and size on the ground. He did masterfully. I thought he did. He is clearly a wrestler and has wrestled. He is successful on the ground. Yes. But there's always a saying that whenever I was trained, we'd say, like, position before submission. Same principle applies to wrestling. I will take a smaller, less strong fighter with a lot better technique and knowledge of, where to position yourself in order to escape over a big guy with a lot of strength any day.
True.
And that's where I think I just think Stipe will be able to take Kane to the ground, but he will not be able to keep him there.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know. It'd be fun to see.
That's, and as far as the question goes, and thank you, the lonely fan, the lone soldier. But anyways, before these, I'm going to try really hard I'm going to post these pictures and stuff, and, if you have any questions regarding, like, combat sports or mixed martial arts, or even just an opinion to get out there, I guess, send them, message me, and we'll give you a shout out, and we'll if we get to it, we'll talk about it on the podcast and all that good stuff. And fuck it, give us some cool shit to talk about too whenever we're getting a little stale. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Well, fucking A. What about you, dude? What do you think? What would be your dream fight for you?
I was thinking it'd be fun.
Mighty Mouse. Or
see, that's a great fight. I'm really excited for that fight, but that's a reasonable fight.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a dream fight. You know what I'm saying?
Well, see, that's kind of the thing too.
I was thinking like a prime Chuck versus a prime Connor. That'd be fun.
Ooh,
that'd be fun. That'd be a kickboxing match.
What would you have them fight at?
70.
170? Because Chuck fought regularly at 205.
You're right. He needed to cut to 185, right?
But see, okay, this is where that, like, dream fight is. In a dream, random shit can happen. So let's just say we got Connor.
Okay, check it out.
We put
I got
3
this.
inches on Connor.
I got this.
And had them meet at 185.
No. It's going to happen when they're really old. And it's going to be like they're both going to be heavyweights now, like Rampage and Chael. So both going to be kind of fat.
Oh, shit.
But just to see, I think Connor would take that.
I think Connor would take it to. I think he would take it to the very end and win by decision.
That'd be crazy. That's not really a reasonable fight.
No, but dude, I'd be down to talk about, because Chuck, I think his best chance would be to knock Connor out.
Same for Connor.
I don't think Connor has the strength to knock out Chuck.
Dude, he has the one punch knockout power. That's what he's.
I'm just saying, not that easily. If it were to happen, it'd be at the end of the fight, maybe.
Chuck doesn't have the best chin these days. If
I'm
they're
just
fighting,
saying. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm talking like 205
Prime?
Chuck versus like 170 McGregor.
Yeah, that's different.
No, that's what I'm saying. But in the dream world, like at the same way,
he would kill Chuck, like, end his dream life.
Yeah, I think he'd probably knock him out. There's just a level of striking that just wasn't there back in the day. It was. I mean, we saw.
It's just different.
We saw Prime GSP, and like we saw, like, even BJ Penn and Matt Hughes.
BJ Penn he needs to stop.
Yeah,
I mean, I think he's done, right? Do you know?
So.
Because he's not. He's how many fights has he lost? How many fights has he lost? A bunch in a row, like.
He's just that high schooler in the Letterman jacket sitting at the bar 10 years later.
Trying. He's getting his ass whipped. It's getting sad. Yeah, it's just a different game now. It's just people are getting so much better. And now you have to be good at everything.
Yeah, not just one principle. It just
And
we clearly saw it with
there's
Ngannou
exceptions,
Stipe.
but
We saw.
Yeah, I mean, we really did.
But see, like that's just the thing. Dude. I thought that clearly he would have worked on his weaknesses, but he
had too much confidence that he was gonna knock him out.
He didn't know what the fuck to do on the ground. He was,
oh fuck,
he's like, oh shit, and fucking A, dude. I was disappointed.
Yeah, me too.
But hopefully he works on that now. He
did say in the post press conference that he did neglect his wrestling. Like he didn't. He just thought he was gonna knock him out. Like he really didn't.
Well, that's what he gets for thinking that way.
Wrestling. Yeah, so
I thought he was smarter than that. Anyhow.
Yeah.
Well, fucking
we'll see what happens.
So what do you got, man?
I think hopefully a TJ and Mighty Mouse fight. That is gonna be so much fun. Hopefully that happens this year. I think it will.
I see it. I mean, I don't really think there's another fight to fight unless you're gonna do a rematch.
Dillashaw has already destroyed everyone else in the 135 division, including Garbrandt. So there would either be a rematch, or I'd like to see TJ go down to 25 and fight Mighty Mouse.
And they said that he can make that weight, huh?
Oh yeah.
That'd be fun. Because he had no fat on him before.
His team says that he can do it. I think he just had the right timing.
Yeah, he also said that he also said he wasn't wobbled at the end of the first round of that Garbrandt
a little
fight.
bit. He was wobbled. He was.
Nah, dude. You even said it. He was walking with two left feet.
Yeah, he was. But he. I'm glad a couple more seconds they could have stopped the fight for sure. Mm-hmm. But he seemed to be okay as soon as the second round started.
I'm just the only.
You know what I'm saying?
The only thing I have skeptical hippo eyes about is that at 135 he just looks fucking shredded. Like he looked like.
You think he'd be too depleted to fight Mighty Mouse?
Maybe, dude.
What if they do a catch?
But he looked so good though at 35.
What if Mighty Mouse? No.
But see, the thing is, Mighty Mouse doesn't want to take it. He doesn't want to risk his winning streak on like a fight
going up.
Yeah, like something that out of his normal.
So it'd have to be at 125. Man, that'd be fun. Hopefully he can make the weight. I don't see why they wouldn't do it.
That'd be very interesting. That'd be very, very. Dude, that'd be the flashiest fight.
Why are we not talking about this fucking Khabib, Tony?
Oh my
fucking
God.
Rose. Joanna.
UFC 223. We got main event of Khabib versus Tony Ferguson. We were talking about that Bermuda Triangle last podcast, and here it is. The cards have been laid out on the table. It's going to be held in New York. I was hoping they'd do it in Russia. But
yeah,
they might.
I don't get it. Dude, they're setting up a fight for Conor.
Yep, and this is a good opportunity for Conor because he's going to be able to watch them in a very recent state. Uh-huh. He's going to be able to watch he's going to watch them both.
I bet you, I think
loser fights. The loser of the winner of this fight's McGregor, and the loser of that fight fights the loser of this fight. That's what I'm thinking. Let's just say Khabib beats Ferguson, he fights McGregor for the title, but loses to McGregor. Or McGregor loses. Let's say Khabib gets champion. McGregor fights Ferguson next.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But that's not my pick. Picks will come out usually the day of or the day before on Instagram.
I think this is the way they're going to try to have it go down if everything goes accordingly. I think that they're betting on Khabib winning against Tony, setting him up for Russia, and Conor's going to be returned in Russia. Dublin and Russia,
Yeah. Because here's the thing with that. Dublin, the Irish travel no matter what country it is. You see a fuck ton of them.
McGregor.
Yeah, exactly, for Conor McGregor. I don't think as many Russians would go to Ireland for that. Yeah. So that's smart on their end. I think that regardless you have McGregor, you're going to have people traveling to go watch him. And if you go somewhere where they haven't really been, like Russia, that's going to create a lot. Dude, that's perfect strategy for pay-per-view buys, I think.
I guess if Tony wins, I guess they'll still go to Russia. I don't know. I mean, maybe it'll be a different card, a different headliner, but I don't see anyone that big to headline in Russia besides Khabib, you know?
Yeah, you're right.
So it's just tough.
They might just be waiting on that. Who knows?
Yeah.
It'd be cool to see, I want to see a Cain Velasquez versus Stipe Miocic co-main event. And then, a McGregor Khabib or in Russia for the main event. That'd be fucking insane.
And dude, we always can't forget.
Oh yeah, and then we got the Rose and Janecek rematch.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That is fucking.
It's a tough.
That's a tough
order for Rose.
She might eat, but
She looked so good in her last fight. I just can't say.
She shocked the shit out of both of us. Her last fight. She shocked the shit out. She got I think
everyone
Fighter of the Year.
Yeah.
And she just stunned the entire UFC fans world by knocking out TKOing Joanna Jędrzejczyk. And so they're gonna have a rematch as the co-main event for the Khabib Ferguson fight, and that's crazy. I put my money on Jędrzejczyk last time. I think I'm gonna do it again this time. I would love for Rose to win again.
I'm gonna go with Rose just to be that guy.
That works, dude. That works with me. It gives us both points to talk about it.
Yeah, but, I do think she can do it. I mean, she did it once. She can definitely do it twice, back to back. Look at Max Holloway against Aldo. The same exact thing happened.
My pick could eventually change before the fight, before I post it whenever that time comes around. But right now, I my heart wants Rose, but my wallet would put the money on Jędrzejczyk.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Rose on this one.
Cool.
I'm gonna go with Rose via submission. Rear naked choke. Either the third or fourth.
Cool.
I think it's going to go a distance this time, a little bit farther. But I think Rose is going to finish her.
I sure hope so.
I think Rose eventually is going to catch her, like she did, and then choke her out.
Awesome, dude. And
that'd be sweet.
I don't know. I'm gonna watch some more shit on them.
Yeah, although I mean it's kind of tough because now Rose is not undefeated. There's been people in the division that have beaten her already. So
that Jędrzejczyk has fucking starched.
Yeah, so that's also just a tough.
I hope it's a really good fight because also too, if Jędrzejczyk wins, guess what? Rose is gonna have a big escalation in her career because they're gonna totally do a trilogy.
A bunch of different rematches for her.
Exactly, and even if she loses,
it's good. It's good for her career.
Good publicity, man. Good publicity, because if they get a trilogy, it's a fact. Like her numbers will skyrocket. Not skyrocket necessarily for everyone, but
it'd be good for her.
It'd be good for her career. So that's always nice to see. Whenever hopefully that happens.
Yeah, dude.
So I'm right on my pick, and also we get a trilogy out of it. And then of course I'm thinking whenever McGregor and Diaz have a rematch.
That'd be fun. There's always that, too.
Well, what we'll do is we'll have a breakdown on the first two fights. And then, dude. We could do like a fight companion type thing, kind of jerry-rig that shit from JRE and, do that for the main event whenever that is. I know Nate's just fucking camping out. He's waiting. He's sitting on whatever, El Chapo money he's sitting on. And just hunkering down.
I wonder when his brother's going to come back, Nick.
I don't know, man. No idea.
Apparently he wants to. I don't know. Because he got suspended for, I think it's still that.
Marijuana?
Yeah, that charge, right?
That's silly. Some stupid shit.
But,
Cool, dude. You got anything else? Going once. Going twice. I don't know why everyone's saying that John Jones is only gonna have like a 1-year suspension or some shit. Regardless,
because the lie detector test thing.
Yeah, but see, like that's just it. Like the polygraph test, I'm not buying that shit, man. Even because dude, there's so many different things that I've heard to where like you can just pass a polygraph test. Like I heard if you pucker your butthole, like you clinch.
Or if you're a psychopath, you can.
Or if you're just a psychopath or a sociopath, and just you can lie to yourself to where you truly believe it to be true. It's not uncommon. Yeah. There's some sick, twisted fucks out there.
Talented, but sick.
Yeah, I must say. Go to Hollywood. You fit right in. Anywho.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I hope he comes back and maybe fights.
It's gonna be at least 4 years though. That's what the Jeff Nowitzki or the Golden Snitch. That's what he was saying. That on the JRE podcast, he was saying that even if he doesn't know or doesn't realize that he's taking like a tainted supplement or anything like that, or they train them or they just pester them with like, hey, do not take supplements if you don't know exactly what it is, if it doesn't have a third party what is it, like a certification or some shit.
Yeah. And like it's been tested.
Basically, you're held accountable for whatever you put in your body. It's your responsibility to know what you're putting in your body. Yeah. And so that's why it still would be at least a 4-year suspension, but it can be up to 8. And that'd be the end of his career. That'd be it.
Yeah, no.
Am I opposed to him getting the full 8-year suspension? For me, just being a fight fan in general, I would hate to see that. But me, from like a ethical standpoint,
You get it.
Like,
He's fucked up so many times.
he's had so many fucking chances, dude, and there's no nobility for doing it a second time in such a big fight against DC.
Yeah.
You know, and it really it's hard on DC. Because it's never that true clarity. And that would eat me the fuck up.
Yeah, because maybe if he hadn't taken it, I don't know.
There's always a possibility that, like, you know, he could have still beaten DC without steroids. I think he possibly could have.
Yeah, definitely.
I think he has a better chance of saying yes, he could have. Because he didn't look overly yoked or anything like that. He looked like he could have.
I think maybe he just depends on them for a mental thing.
Possibly. Or he just likes living life on the edge like that. He's a partier, dude.
True.
He came out, you know, talking about how he's a sober life and, you know, sober living and shit, and then just completely contradicted himself within that month. You know what I'm saying? It just, I don't know, man. I think he's a very intelligent guy. I just don't think he's very smart.
Yeah, I mean,
There's a difference. And I don't know, man. I'd be okay with seeing him never fight again to an extent, but at the same token too, he's so fucking good.
he is.
So pound for pound best, maybe number 1 or 2. I'm thinking. Just
It's sad.
yeah, it's a shame. You fucked up, Johnny. I'll
Again,
say it again
and again and again. Honestly, dude.
Well, fucking A. Well, that's pretty much all I got, man. Let's
Same.
wrap this bitch up, maybe.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, man. Well, thank you all for tuning in. I again have links on social media. Like, subscribe. Appreciate that shit, and y'all have a good rest of your day. Catch y'all later. Bye.